Dear colleagues from around the world, it is an honor and a pleasure to speak to you today. My name is Jan Jonker and I work in the Netherlands at the Radboud University, which is a university with approximately 23,000 students, and I have 5,000 colleagues or more. I like to talk to you about my work and more in particular about new business models. What if we could make business models that contribute to solving today's societal problems? What if we could make business models in which sustainability is in the center? What if we can make business models that help to prosper our communities? Business models that enable this kind of behavior, I call new business models. New business models try to take into account in a balanced way ecological, social, and financial issues. Their aim is to contribute to solving today's pressing societal economic problems. Over the past 5 years, we have developed all kinds of material to enable students and their teachers to work with this concept of new business models. And in this video, I like to give a brief overview of that teaching material. All materials can be found on a website, but it might be handy to go through it quickly. The whole concept of new business models is based upon the Clover business model canvas. The Clover business model canvas consists of 5 building blocks that together make up for a model. The 5 elements are principles, the design, the value proposition, the community, and the results, also called values. We've made a book on this model that is available as an e-book and can be downloaded for a small fee. To work with the Clover business model canvas, we've made a series of instructional videos. First of all, about the model itself, so there's a video on principles, and there's a video on community, and there's a video on the value proposition, and in addition there are some background videos. That's one part. The second part is that we have collected something like 40 but more generic videos on YouTube that can be used by students and by yourself to explore specific elements. The teaching material is all collected on one website. It consists of reading material, work material for students, such as protocols and grids, cases, and instructions for writing those cases. Let's go through them one by one. The material on the website enables students to do their own piece of research. On the website is a database with a couple of hundred new business models, real life cases. A student can go onto the website and register a company, an enterprise, an endeavor, a venue, a place where people are doing new things, and see if this activity is a new business model. That's the first step, registration of the case. Second, there is a checklist that the student can use to find out whether or not this specific activity, this specific plan, really fits the criteria of a new business model. If the case is interesting enough, the teaching material provides an interview protocol so that a student can go and visit this activity and talk with the people at hand. This interview protocol enables to register in a structured way several elements of a new business model. Based on this interview, there is a writing instruction for the student to turn the interview into a case description. On the website, the student can already find approximately 20-25 cases. You are invited to write with your students cases, maybe first of all in your native language, which can be Portuguese or Spanish or French, and then have them at your expense translated into English. We try to publish week by week cases in Dutch, but if we have the offer of sufficient English cases, we also consider publishing cases in English every week. If you want to prepare a specific course or a workshop based on the Clover business model canvas, you will find on the website as well a series of slides that you can use and modify to your own liking. It goes without saying that it will treat the different aspects of the business model canvas in addition to issues such as stakeholder management or how to design a specific case. Once you start working with students, we also provide a blank business model canvas so you can give assignments to your students based on the PowerPoint slides, based on the checklist, so that they can work with the material. The whole concept of the business model canvas was originally written down in a Dutch book. We've translated the book into English, hoping that that is a language that fits us more or less all, and the book can be downloaded as an ebook. It is not available as a hardback. If, for whatever reason, that is not possible, on the website you will find 3 working papers. One dealing with changes in society leading to more sustainability and which are brought together under the heading of the economy. A second working paper dealing with new business models, and a third working paper dealing with an aspect of new business models, namely money or different ways of using values. The latter we have called hybrid banking. So in total, 1 book, downloadable, against a fee, and 3 free working papers. People who will start working with the material at this website are invited to go to LinkedIn and to connect to the group on new business models. You are not automatically allowed. It is a closed group, so you have to explain why you want to be admitted. We've chosen for this selective admission because we really want to have a group of people around the world really working on new business models and the business model canvas. It is good to know that we've done something else in the meantime. We have developed a complete MOOC. A MOOC is a massive open online course. It is a course on new business models lasting for 7 weeks with in total roughly 35 teaching units. It's meant for students and they are systematically helped and guided to develop their own business model. This MOOC will be launched in May 2016 on a German platform called iVersity. You can follow the MOOC for free, as any MOOC in the world. The great thing is that this MOOC will run for 365 days. It means that if you start a course, either before the summer or before Christmas or even next spring in 2017, you can link your students directly to the MOOC. And while you do the teaching, they can also follow the MOOC. This entire project, the Business Model Canvas website and the project New Business Models, was translated from Dutch into English due to 2 grants. One grant was given by a Dutch government agency called Rijksdienst voor Ondernemend Nederland, sorry for the Dutch, and the other one was provided by a bank called the ASN Bank. They have enabled us to make all this material available for the first time on the internet. But, as you might guess, this is not where the project stops. All the material is available under the notion of common creatives. You just can use it. You don't have to ask permission. But if you're working in an institute, if you're working in a school, if you're working at a university, and you have some funding, we would be very grateful if you could support our project. Please contact us directly and we will send you, after consultation, a modest fixed invoice for a fee. We would be very grateful with your support. Thank you very much for this support. Thank you very much for listening to me, and I hope this is the beginning of a global relation around the idea of new business models and the Clover business model canvas.